We got one more thing here. We started this a couple of weeks ago, and that is touchdown versus turnover. Here, Chris. Touchdown versus turnover. Lane Kiffin trolls a low-scoring Florida spring game.
I love this, and I'm gonna make this really quick. We came on and said that Billy Napier, man, if he doesn't produce this year, it's going to be he's on the hot seat, right? Same thing I think about Venables at Oklahoma. Same fucking thing. I love Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's a clown, dude. The guy is a funny dude. He will say what he thinks. He's a little out there. And Christian brings up, if you guys just look at the fucking screen here, 7-7 in the fourth quarter in a spring game. If I'm a Florida fan, I'm thinking, damn, like that's all our offense is going to put up with Anthony Richardson, and I don't even want to get into that. We're not talking NFL right here and where he's going to get drafted. But Jesus Christ, I know then in the same breath, oh my God, our defense was so good. That's the reason. It's a spring game, dude. Cut the bullshit. I've watched a lot of Nebraska spring games in person, and I've watched a lot of bad offensive Nebraska spring games in person. Put up some more points than this. And I got to give some credit to Lane Kiffin. I love what he's doing. He's a drama guy, man. He wants to stir it up before the game. He likes to talk a little shit, and I love it, man. But I'm Florida. I'm a little worried, man. Your guys' offense has sucked the last couple of years. Let's just put it out there. And you guys can tell me that Nebraska's offense sucks, and that's fine. I will agree with you. But damn, dude, 7-7. I mean, I'm a little worried, Christian. Are you?
Oh, 100%. Listen, and you said it exact. I listened to a lot just to get reference for this. When I saw the score and I saw how bad it was and everything like that, I started listening to a lot of Florida podcasts and a lot of Florida channels on YouTube to see kind of what did they say. And you know what? They all said they all almost wanted to focus, it seemed like, on we are going to have an elite defense. And I read the comments, and that was like the number one thing. The defense is really going to be great this year, and it's going to be awesome, and elite status. That was the word that kept getting thrown around. They ranked 97th last year, Chris, in total team defense. 97th. Now, I understand, hey, they have a new defensive coordinator coming back, okay? Or they have a new defensive coordinator coming out there, and that's Austin Armstrong. He was a cat that Alabama lost out on. I think he had a cup of tea there, and then he ended up bolting for Florida, his defensive coordinator there, his first year. They're going to be better this year. I won't disagree with that. They are going to be better this year, but they're not going to be elite. You know what I mean? I mean, even if they jump up and let's say their defense gets to, I don't know, 50th, right, in the country, which, I mean, that could happen. They could be the 50th best defense in the country. I'll give them that.
Right. And that's fine. But their offense has been anemic for the last how many years, honestly? Like, that's probably the problem why they aren't competing for the fucking SEC is because their offense isn't that great. And it's like, you guys got to be able to put up in a fucking spring game more than 7 points, dude. I mean, is it not, Christian? I mean, we harp a lot about teams not having a defense. That's fine if your defense is great, but like you can only win so many games, 10-3. I mean, you're
exactly
gonna have to put points in the SEC. You're just gonna have to.
And by the way, how they won this game, they had to actually add time to the clock so they wouldn't end it in a tie.
Wow.
Just so that kid could come out and he'd miss some fucking field goals throughout this game, and so he could get a redemption, and so all that kind of stuff. So they fit the narrative how they wanted to fit it. And I'm just saying right now, I mean, it was piss poor, of an offensive job. The reason why I bring up the defense there, and we're talking about, I think they could be better, but I don't think they're going to be elite, is only because to put this into perspective, it's not like. And I watched this. You watch Georgia spring games. You watch a lot of these Alabama, Wisconsin. You watch a lot of these, more balanced teams that are out there, right? Yeah. Their spring games aren't 7-10. Mm-mm. I mean, yes, they still put points up, and yes, it kind of is a slugfest at points, but you know exactly what it is. Now, I'm not going to sit here. I think there was a lot of people that were. Some of the Florida fans were starting to come out of the woods down there in the swamp, starting to say Mertz is the answer. I know you and me both weren't really high on him because it was the same. It's pretty much the same situation he was in at Wisconsin.
Exactly.
But he's in a tougher conference, so you expect him to do much better?
Yeah. a lot of that has to come from the fucking recruiting days when he started from getting highly recruited for Bama. That was Wisconsin spiel the entire time. Oh, he was recruited by Bama. This kid's going to be great. Started as a freshman. Kind of laid an egg, in my opinion. At the end of the day, Christian, you're 100% correct, man. I'd love to argue on this, but I mean, this is a turnover all day long. I mean, fuck, you got to score more points. If they got to put extra time on a fucking clock at a preseason game, a spring game. If I was a Nebraska fan right now, I don't know what the hell I'd be doing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a turnover for Florida, the Gators themselves, but I think it's a touchdown for Lane Kiffin though, and the troll job he did.
Yeah, my boy Lane, baby. Always, and I love that he let everybody know, man. That's what I love about that guy. People are gonna call him a doofus, a stooge, a complete clown. Fucking love it though, man. I love that.
Now I know, and I got to say this too before we get off here, because some people are going to watch this and they're going to be like, well, yes, I know their starting left tackle and their center both were out for the spring, but it doesn't matter. The depth that got ran through on that offensive line, no matter who they had. I mean, they had 10 sacks in this game, dude. 10 sacks, you know what I mean? So, and Napier at the end of it said they are going out and they are trying to go after another quarterback too in the portal. So,
well, that should be enough right there, and that should probably end it on that right there. Is all I got to say. Jesus, that's it. That when you brought this up to my attention the other day, I was like, holy shit! Like, yeah, that's all I got, Christian. I don't have much more on that. That was, like I said, I hope some Florida people, they sure like to hate on us. So if they want to come in these comments and piss an SEC guy off like you right now with those Georgia banners behind you, I'll let you take them on, brother.
All I say is let's get it. You know, we're always down for a friendly spirited debate here on the I-80 Boys.